The following is the full review of the Studio Series 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill, welcome to the full review of the new Commander Class Studio Series 86-21 Ultra Magnus. Alright, you might have already seen my unboxing and preview video. This is the full review. First, take a look at the box. There is Ultra Magnus. Let's see, there's an Autobot shuttle behind him. He's on Autobot City on Earth. You got the Transformers Ther Movie logo. Studio Series Ultra Magnus 86-21. God, I can't believe there have been 21 Transformers 86 already. Transformers Ther Movie, cool logo with an Autobot shuttle. UPC, Commander Class Ultra Magnus, and another one. All right, big screen, inspired, scale detail backdrop, Battle of Autobot City. You've got the Matrix he comes with. It works with deluxe class figures. I don't know who these guys are. This looks like Jazz, and I don't know who that is. Maybe Hot Rod? No, I don't know. But let's see. He's got blast effects, backdrop included, and Ultra Magnus leads defensive measures against the Decepticons invading Autobot City. All right, let's crack this box open and see what we've got. And now that we got Magnus out of the box, first I want to show you my Transformers Ther Movie poster. Beyond good, beyond evil, beyond your wildest imagination. And there is the original poster for the movie. It has seen better days, but in it you've got Ultra Magnus, Springer, RC, Wheelie, let's see, Cup, Blur. There's Rodimus Prime over here. Kind of wish they would have put Hot Rod front center. But instead of they hit him over here. Then you got Galvatron, Scourge, and Cyclonus. Alright, now back to the reason why we're here. Now, Ultra Magnus, as with many other Commander classes, this is all the stuff he comes with. First, we'll take a look at the instruction booklet. Alright, so, it's a big instruction booklet. But first, we already did the unboxing, but you have to put his ears on. He's got antennas that actually come apart. And then you can take his arms and his legs off to recreate that scene on Junkion when he was blown apart. And then you've got the 7 blast effects. You've got the 2 guns. You've got the 2 rocket launchers with the tips. And you've got the Matrix. And here's all the instructions. There's a lot there. And then when he's in car carrier mode, you can put all the weapons. That's kind of goofy how they did that. They put this on one side. But yeah, that's that. And now let's look at this stuff. First, we'll take a look at the antenna. Now, this is what he comes with. 2 of these. And what you got to do is you actually got to build them. He's got a little slot on the side of his head. Now, you'll notice these are, it's like a little, I don't know, like a T. And then you just snap these in. And hopefully, whoops. You gotta snap them in. Whoops, and then this one keeps popping out. Because I don't have it in right. Yep. Alright, and notice the back of his head's plastic for light piping. Alright, so that is that. And next we'll look at, he's got 2 guns, completely different. This is more to his movie gun. It's kind of like a purplish color with a white 5mm post. And of course it is blast effect compatible. There's the other side, and unfortunately these 2 do not combine. Here is the other gun, that same purple, and then you combine that. And next we come the 2 rocket launchers. Now they are different because one goes on one side and one goes on the other side. Again, a 5mm slot. And you've got little rockets. Now, unfortunately, you can't do this. But let's say you put this here, and then you put a rocket there. So that actually looks pretty good. But these just snap in, and you get 2 of these. Whoop, wrong way. And they go right here on his arms to mimic the way he was in the movies. And if you got these backwards, then this one will face down, so you want that to face up. Now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blast effects. And let me make sure I get it right. I mean, you can do them any way you want. But there is an actual, let's see, you got the big one. And then you've got this one. Then you've got the smaller one. And then you got the larger one. And then you've got this. So that is 1 blast effects. And the other 2 you can keep on the guns. Now, actually, I just noticed something that is not in the instructions, but all right, it's not in the instructions, but oh yeah, here it is. This is, you can carry both guns, you can attach to his back. So here it's got you putting both the rockets there and this big thing in the back. All right, now, if you look at the guns, we'll turn them around. What you're going to be utilizing is this port right there and that port right there. Now, if you look at the guns, you're going to use these clear tabs. Now, they're different sizes. So this gun, you want to pop in here. And this gun, sorry about that. Actually, one of my dogs' name is Jazz. Yes, named after the Autobot. All right, and here's the other one you put in there. Obviously, you want to take these off. And you can just stick these in there. And you really can't see them, so it's not that bad. And then, let's see. And then you have him taking this out and put this here. I'm just showing you what the directions say. Like that. And then the other 2 guns, you can put these in his hands. And this goes here. And this goes here. But unfortunately, you've got this piece. And I don't see any other... Boy, that's stupid. You know, but you do got a little room in here. There you go. Throw it in there. But I'm not going to do this. That looks stupid. So, put this back in. And that is all the accessories that Ultra Magnus comes with. Raise the camera up a little. So he comes with a lot. Okay, we'll take these off. And now we're going to do, I think, well, first we'll get a good look at Ultra Magnus. Very G1 face. He's got the blue eyes, the silver face, and there is a lot of light piping. So, head's on a little joint, moves up and down, rotate 360. And then you've got his original chest with the matrix inside. You can see it. Shame you see these little springs, but we'll show you that later. And then he's got his, this is pretty much G1-ish too, his belt. Then you go down here, you've got the white legs. You got the big blue and white legs on the feet. His arms. I mean, yeah, are they wide? Yes, they're very wide. Are they wider than they should be? Probably. but the way he was designed, I don't see how they could have done it anywhere else. Hands, typical Ultra Magnus hands, part of the top of the rail. And then you've got, let me put these down. You've got the top, these shoulder pads are always there. They got Autobot symbol right there. The side rockets. And you turn around. Now, I like how the back, the front of the semi actually transforms into his body. It's not a separate Optimus Prime. Yes, you can detach it, but it doesn't do nothing. So it transforms into the back of his body. So that's pretty cool. And then you got all the way around here. No hollow places. I mean, he's pretty solid figure. And he feels like a solid figure. Now, for articulation, the head, again, turns around. He's got very good movement. The arms are on a ratchet, so they go 360. They go out. I kind of wish they would have had something there. But, let's see. Elbows do 90. Oh, and they don't rotate. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, they do rotate. Okay. The elbows do rotate, not good though. And the hands are pretty cool. Watch this. You've got the finger is one joint. I know the thumb you can't move, but the finger and the hands are, you could actually move them at the first knuckle. So that's pretty cool. And of course that's for when he holds the matrix. Let's put this down. Waist rotation. There's no ratchet, but he's got waist rotation, and it doesn't have anything to do with transforming. So, let's see. The other arm, you got these nice ratchets. You got them like that. Again, the arm, very hard to turn. Oh, and the wrists do have rotation too. So you can do 360 on the wrists, as well as move the finger and the other three fingers. Now, for him to kick, you can lift this up, and you can kick 90 degrees. Back, again, you got that skirt, you can kick 90 degrees back. If you move the arm out, you can do almost a full split. And then he rotates up here at the thigh, 90 degrees at the knee, and the foot's got an ankle rocker. So, and then the other side, same thing, just a soft ratchet. And then we put them all back together, and he's good. Now, another gimmick is you could take him apart to recreate that scene on Junkion when the sweeps blow him apart. Let's see. So you got to, I think, lift this up. Yep, you lift that up. And then it's a Combiner Wars port. So you push it down. And you can take out the arm. So there's one arm. I think I'm just going to do one arm and one leg. And the Combiner Wars, again, you can push this down on the feet. You know what? I'll do it this time because I'm probably never going to do this again. I don't see no reason for it. I mean, yeah, it's cool they did it. But, oh man. There we go. Yeah, might as well do it now since I got 3 out of the 4 done. Let's see. Push this in. And there is Ultra Magnus. Like he appeared on Junkion. Kind of like what Cup did. Although Cup's a lot easier. Now, to put them back together. Let's see. You got to... I had a hard time doing this before. You got to push this down, and what happens is you got to get in between here, right in there. So, he's a pain in the neck. That's why I'm never going to do this again. I mean, it's a cool gimmick. Alright, there's one foot. Do I got the legs right? Yeah. Pull this down. Whoops. Alright. Pull this combiner port down. And squeeze the leg in. Oh man, this guy is just... he's giving me a little problem. There we go. Alright. Now for the arms. You do it from the back. So actually, make sure I get the right arm. Okay, this goes on this side. So, you want to take this, lift it up. And then again, you got the combiner port, and it goes right back there. And then the other side, push this in, there, snaps in. And now Magnus is back in one piece. All right, it's a long intro, isn't it? And now this is cool. You lift this up, just like in the movie, and it spring loads and it takes the matrix out. It opens up for the matrix, where you can take the matrix out. And this is where you can, maybe I could unconnect this. There you go. So let's get that finger. Let's see, he's got one finger on the matrix. He's got the other finger on the oh, this is going to be harder than I thought. There. Open. Damn it. Open. Prime. You said the matrix light our darkest hour. But you got to disconnect the shoulders for you to do that. And we'll show you this later on the Transformers, but these lock in. So, there. You don't have to... See, now we can't do it. Yeah, there's no way you can do the matrix without... And the matrix is the same matrix as seen in Prime and Hot Rod. If I can get a little... Yeah, same thing. And I like this matrix chest. It's actually spring-loaded, and they don't have any spring-load anymore. And look at the detail in his matrix cavity. That is so cool. Let's see. And you want to put the hole in the back, the two lines down, and you just shove them in there. Like that. Close them up. Close them up. I love that. It's just like on the movie when he opened that up. And that is Ultra Magnus. Alright. Now we're going to bring in most of our 86 crew for the comparison. Alright, now with the robot comparisons, we're going to do things a little differently. First, we're going to compare Commander Class. Okay, so you have Ultra Magnus and Rodimus Prime Commander Class. Is Ultra Magnus worth Commander Class price? Let's see. They feel Rodimus is definitely more heavier. He's more complex. This isn't. So I'm not sure if, Ultra Magnus is the Commander Class price, but then again, things have gotten too expensive lately. So that is how those two Commander classes line up. Alright. Next, we're going to bring in Skylynx. Now, Skylynx has the size, but not the complexity. So, he's definitely got the size of a Commander Class. Now, Skylynx is the perfect size for Commander Class, I think. That is the quintessential Commander Class. And that is how these two guys... Now, of course, they're not going to be in scale. Ultra Magnus is very hard to scale. And then you bring out the original Commander Class. I never got the white Jetfire, so I wound up getting the Shattered Glass. Now, Skylinks or Jetfire did not have the complexity, but he had the, yeah, well, he definitely had the weight and the plastic. So that is what the original $79 or $74.99 was, and now they're up to $89.99. And then we have we're gonna bring in Motor Master, and he was like Rodimus, where something formed. He was a Voyager size figure, and he had the skeleton of Menasor. So that is our other core class figure. So let's bring them all together. Now I don't have Armada Prime. I did not want Armada Prime, so I did not get him. But I did get all the others. I got a lot of comparisons to show you. That is, here, we'll go up there. That is all our Commander Class figures. Some are Commander Class due to the size, and some are Commander Class due to the complexity. But that is what we've got. And we'll just lift this guy up and move him out of the way. Alright, so the next batch we're going to do are going to be Ultra Magnus. Now, I don't have the Siege or the Earthrise because I did not like the Siege or the Earthrise. I didn't like how because we got the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime, and I didn't want the same for Ultra Magnus, so I was hoping and praying and waiting for this guy. So before that, the Combiner Wars was my favorite Ultra Magnus. And now we've got the Commander Class. And even Combiner Wars was the first to combine the semi-truck into the actual body. And this had a little gimmick too, where Ultra Magnus is a shell and little Nimbus whatever was doing that, but that's besides the point. That's in the comics. But here's the original G1 Ultra Magnus with the Optimus Prime truck. This is cool though, because you could recreate the return of Optimus Prime when he was dosed in that white metal to make him impervious. So that was pretty cool as a kid. But there's what's left of my G1 Ultra Magnus. It's the original one I had. That's the Commander Class, and now it is the Combiner Wars. And pretty cool. Now, Combiner Wars, they did not make this stick out too far, the arms. So everybody's complaining about the arms. Are they a little too thick for me? Probably. But you can see the original. But he's what can I say? He's a beautiful Magnus. All right. Now let's get into the 86 figures. So we got, let's raise the camera up. Okay, we've got, we'll bring in Springer on this side. We'll bring in RC. It's got RC Springer. Here's Wheelie in the back. And then we got the Grizzled Old Man Cup. We've got Blur. And why, I don't know why they should have had Hot Rod on the poster, but they didn't. So we're gonna let's bring all these guys in. Let's bring Hot Rod, Cup, Blur, Springer, RC, and Wheelie. So that is our 86 main lines. And then if you want, you can bring Optimus. And we've got Perceptor. And one more, I wanted to bring in Studio Series Grimlock to see how well they scale with Ultra Magnus. So Grimlock's a leader class, and Ultra Magnus is commander. So there you have the 86 robots. Of course, I threw Prime in there because he was in the movie. And, well, I also got Wreck Guard, too. Because later on, once we take them apart, we're going to bring in Wreck Guard. So, there is our 86 lineup. Not all the 86 figures, but just the main ones on the poster. And don't worry, I'm not going to transform all these guys. I'll show you a couple of these guys in vehicle mode. And then we've got to bring in Rodimus, because a lot of in Season 3 was Rodimus and Ultra Magnus. Now, the scale is off. Ultra Magnus was a little bigger than Rodimus, but, you know, we'll throw an Optimus there. Like I said, Ultra Magnus is very, very hard to scale with the other characters. Just do what he transforms into. He combines with this trailer. So, we got that going on. And then we'll bring in our trio of new baddies. Galvatron. Now, in G1, Galvatron and Ultra Magnus were both the same size. They were both city commanders because they didn't want to tell you that he was really Megatron, and you saw how they advertised Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime. So in G1, I've actually got a G1 review of Galvatron. You can compare the two, but you know, this doesn't look like a good fight. But Rodimus and Galvatron are good to fight. I think they scale really good, but these guys don't scale real good. And as far as no Studio Series Cyclonus, you can't get much better than that. And we're going to bring in... Here, we'll do this. So actually, on the poster, we've got Galvatron, Scourge, and Cyclonus. We raise it up. There is our trio of new Decepticons. So that is Ultra Magnus versus our new Decepticons. Alright. And I guess that's about it. We went through all the Magnuses, we went through the 86 bunch, and we went through the Commander class. Alright, now to transform Ultra Magnus. Now, to transform him, we're going to remove all his weapons, including his shoulder-mounted cannons. We're going to put those to the side. Okay, so we're going to come back here. We're going to open these up. Okay, see the arm accordions down on this joint right here. Close it back up. And we'll do the same for the other one. Open this up. Pull this down. Close it back up. Then we're going to come up here, and we're going to untab these red things. They hold the arms in. And we're just going to untab these right here. Tab, slot. And then we're just going to pull all that out and do the same for here. Okay? Next, we're going to just move these out a little. All right? Because we're going to have to get this. So what you want to do is lift this up, and it's going to go up. It's on a double joint, and it's going to go over Magnus's head. Let me raise my camera a little. Okay, and these you could just keep those there. Turn it around. Now what you can do is take this and lift this up. So reach underneath here, extend this, and extend that out. sides too. Pop this out, pop that out. Now, this has got 2 tabs and 2 slots there. They don't really snap in. They just rest in like that. Okay, take this piece and just push this piece out and then bring this over. So what's going to happen now is you're going to bring this up. These tabs are going to go into these slots right here. So you're going to tab that side in, 2 tabs here, and you're going to tab all this together. If it doesn't fit, then you just got to, this is on a double, so you just got to get the right angle. So this should just snap right in. Maybe it goes a little higher. These red things, to me, they cause a lot of pain, but and these are on a double. Make sure these are completely up and extended. See? And then while we're here, pop these wheels out. And then, again, make sure you have this completely extended like that. Plug that in. Move the wheels out. These 2 tabs, got 2 slots in there. Take these, extend that. Now the cab's done. So now what you want to do is you're going to push the head back. Now, these 2 tabs are going to fit on each side of Magnus's face. So what it's going to look like is something like that. All right. And now for the fun begins. Come here. Okay, take this piece and you want to rotate it around. Whoops, I forgot this piece. This piece somehow fell back in. Normally this piece is like that. So you want to fold this in, and this is on a double hinge. So you want to fold it in so this circle snaps into that and it's flush. Alright, let's lay him down for now. Let's move the camera. There we go. Okay, these will ratchet up like that. Do both sides. Come back here for the wheel. And what you want to do is, they're on a little slider. You just want to move them down a bit. They don't move that much, but you can see how they move down. Okay, so now come back here. Now this is going to be a little tricky. Let's just move the camera up a little. Now, there is a double joint right there. So what you got to do is you got to bend it at this joint. So we're going to bend this back and then just fold this forward. See the difference? And legs right there. So you want to bend it back on this joint and then just bend this back. Here, we'll do from the front. And then just bend this. So now they're shorter. And then now you could do is put this big tab and that you can tab the legs together. And they just tab together like that. And lay him down. So let's get over him. You take these. Now you have the tab right there. They'll fit into that slot right there. So we already did the belt. We did the chest. Now we're going to do this red piece like that. All right. Next, we're going to lift these up. Whoops. We're going to lift these up and they'll click into place like that. Okay. Now the arms. The arms are what you can do is you can take the arms, right, and you're going to fold the arms like that. Now these will lock in right here. Turn that, lock that, and lock that. Okay? And that's that arm. Now the other arm will do the same way right now. Whoops. I always... This comes out here. And this will lock these arms, and see there's that thick tab, and they'll just slide right in there. All right, and these will tab into here. So you want to tab that in, tab this in. Okay? So then you want to take the arm, oh, right here. These are pretty neat. There's a little tab right here. You want to get your fingernail and fold that down. All right, we'll do the same on the other side. This is why the Commander Class price tag. All right, and then rotate these up. All right, we'll put these together. There's two tabs on the top only. And, oh, how can I forget this? All right, we forgot a step. Right here, these fold out. These fold out just to give it a little thing, and now you'll have those tabs exposed. And you can tab these together. And then these tab together too. And then come back to the feet. You got these little pieces right here. What you want to do is lift it up and then move it forward. Lift this up. Move it forward, and then this tab is going to go in that slot you created. So, I'm going to bend these down. I'm going to fold that in. We're going to fold that in. Okay, we're almost done. And then, the last right here, these are all done. So you want to pull this out, flip this up, and you'll have that tab will go into that slot right there. That closes that up. Pull this out, flip this up. That closes that up. Oh, and I forgot the wheels. We'll flip these wheels out. The butt does plug in. If the butt comes undone, it's got a little tab. Just plug it in like that. And I think we are done. You got the covers there. You got the covers here. And we'll put the rockets on. Very G1-ish. G1-y. We'll put that here. Yeah, they don't... There's nothing to really keep it straight up. So... that side's clicked in. And that is Ultra Magnus. So, always make sure the wheels are extended and your roll's pretty good. Your roll's actually really nice. And then the guns, if you want to put these guns, they tell them put these backwards. So, I mean, it's storage. Like that. But I'm going to take them off. And if this hasn't moved, this could extend. That's how it is in robot mode, and you just extend it that way, and it does easily pop out, or at least mine does. So you just pop it in, whoops, and I loose his head up, and remember his head's got to fit right on each of the, oh, and I lost the antenna. Alright, we'll put him back in. Properly orientate them, and there is Ultra Magnus. Now, once you got this fully extended, you could turn that much, you can turn that much, so he can do, I mean, it's not the full turn, but not much you can do. I mean, because it's good enough range. I guess that's about it, really. There is no articulation. But if you come back here, what you want to do is you can lift these down like that. And I've got some cars ready, so you can just drive them up. Hot rod doesn't fit. We'll do cups a lot smaller. So you got a little ramp here, and then it could stay there. And then what you can do is unpeg these. All right, angle this down like so, and then it's supposed to be a little ramp where you can drive up here like that. and then lift this up. They're on a ratchet, so there. And then again, these tabs go into here. These tabs go into here. And this is just like original Ultra Magnus. I mean, he is just like the original toy, which we'll see in a few minutes. And, alright, so you got the Optimus Prime cab. A little different with the red on the bottom. Could have used probably a little more paint, especially on the grill and the lights. But, you know, to make it more realistic, they should have added more paint. But, still, I mean, they got some pretty good detail. Smokestacks look good. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's red, but you really don't see all that red in the back. Because if you did, if he was all white, then you'd see the back of Ultra Magnus would be white. So I do like how they combined it. That's the same thing they did in the Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. They took the cab and literally just combined it into the chest. Whereas the original one had that white Optimus Prime. Like I said, it was great to play the Return of Optimus Prime with. But anyway, it's actually pretty neat. I mean, you got some of the detail in here. We'll go slow. You know, all the squares and the lines. You got an Autobot symbol there. It's pretty smooth. That white doesn't bother me. You got the back leg. Over here you got the ramp doors. I mean, really, he wasn't... I don't remember seeing any real trucks that look like this as a car carrier. But he is pretty cool. And there he is again. You got an Autobot symbol there. There's an Autobot symbol there. And these are those... these supposed to lock in. If they come undone, just lock them out. And you know, and stuff like this is what you pay for Commander Class. Covers up the gap. You know, I kind of wish these would have gone like right here. But and this guy is missing a lot of 5mm ports. They could have put some other 5mm ports, especially back here, where they could do the blast effects. Now, like these, what you can do here is we'll just do these again. I don't know if we did these before, but we'll stick these here and then stick these in here. So it looks like the rockets are launching. And that's the flame from the rocket. And I like it. It's pretty neat. You know, they had this big thing during all the promos. They had this big old... They had it like in one side, which was weird. You know, they had all... Like even on the back of the box, it has this. Which... I don't know about you, but that looks funny. And these I don't want to lose. But let's see, what else could we do with these? Yeah, he got hit in the side. You know, he got hit in the side. And that's about it for Ultra Magnus. Here, we'll put these back again. And let's see, if you have these forward, they're not going to do any good forward. I like how he came with 2 extra ones. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I like how it came with 2 extra ones of these. So mostly you put them back like that, and they do fit perfectly like that. And he rolls pretty good. Look at that. He rolls real smooth. And let's see what we could stack up now. He's a big deluxe, so we'll put Springer on top. I think we'll do RC and Cup again. We'll put here. And we'll have Cup drive up. Huh. There we go. Springer, you could turn to helicopter mode and you could fly. We're going to take Blur's gun off. So, he does fit 4 pretty good size deluxes. I like him. If it's 4 deluxes, you know, and I don't think he ever carried him into battle, but if he did, you know, he could. You know, if they're low on fuel or stuff, he could. And that's it. In truck mode. And he's nice. I like him. All right. Now we're just going to do some comparisons. And that's what's next, so stay tuned. All right. Now, our first comparisons, we're going to do these in 3 ways. First, we're going to bring in all our Ultra Magnuses. All right. So we got the new Commander Class. We've got G1. And we've got Combiner Wars. Now, size-wise, you got the Commander Class is very similar to the G1, and Combiner Wars is a little smaller. But remember, Combiner Wars was a leader class. All right, now, this is the Commander Class with the original. They're almost the exact same size. And then here is Combiner Wars with Commander Class. Now you saw these two in robot mode. They were about the same size. Yes, my G1 has seen better days. But in Commander Class wise, he's a lot bigger. Now, also, they did do like a more like Cybertronian truck. When you had the original was the separate Optimus Prime truck. So here is these 3 guys. And I don't have the Siege or the Earthrise because I did not like them. I was happy with Combiner Wars until I knew eventually they would have come out with a new one, and they did. Alright, so that is all our G1. Oh, that is all our Ultra Magnuses. Now we're going to do the Commander Class comparisons. Okay? Jetfire was our first Commander Class. I know this is the Shattered Glass version. I was never able to get the white version, and then this guy came out, and I grabbed him, and I love this color scheme. So, now you saw in robot mode, he was a lot taller. Parts-wise, I think the Commander Class Magnus has more parts, a lot more smaller parts, a lot more complex to transform than the Jetfire, but Jetfire had size, and in weight, he's a lot heavier. So, there is 2 of our Commander Classes. Next Commander Class, we've got Mr. Modesty. Now, this is Skylynx. Now, Commander Class fits Jetfire and Skylynx. I don't think you could have had a Skylynx that wasn't a Commander Class. Maybe a Titan Class, but we got Commander Class, and I think they knocked it out of the ballpark with the first 2. Now, I notice these guys have a similar paint scheme, red, white, and blue. So that is how these guys are. Now let's see. So that wise are about the same distance, the same length, but Skylynx is a lot easier to transform. But weight wise, I wish I had a scale. Weight wise, I think Skylynx is a little heavier. Maybe one day I'll get a little digital scale and I'll do a Commander Class comparisons. That sounds like a good video. Alright, so you got these 2. So, now we got my favorite one, the guy I named the channel after, Rodimus Prime. Now, this harkens back to the episode where you got the Trypticon, where the bird, what was it, the greatest weapon or something? Where you had Rodimus and Ultra Magnus, since Metroplex's eyes were stolen, they went to steal, they sent in Spike and Daniel to steal one of Trypticon's eyes. Now, back here, these are about even, and Rodimus is just a hair bigger. We'll do it like that. So these line up. Now you can see that. Their Magnus is a little taller. Now what's funny is both these guys, you know, you could always take Hot Rod out. And then you can always pull the Magnus out. So you put these back, and then you've got Rodimus in his hot rod form, which I guess they had to do something. And Ultra Magnus. So, and I think these are pretty good size. Like I said, in that one episode, you had a lot of, it was all Magnus and Rodimus. And you know, like I said, now this was a Commander class. Was he leader class? I think this one they bumped up good with all the extras, all the blast effects, and just the way he transforms. And this Rodimus is very complicated. I think there's a lot of moving parts. So this, I could see these on the cartoon. I can see these guys driving next to each other. Well, maybe he was a tad smaller. He wasn't as big, but these guys are pretty cool. So Commander class wise, I would say they're, I don't know, Rodimus seems a tad, probably a little heavier. And then we got my last Commander class. I never got Armada because I don't want to get Armada Prime. You have Motor Master. Now, the cabs, pretty good scale. I mean, they got the same light. The grill's almost the same size. And let's see, lengthwise. Let's see, Motor Master is a tad smaller. They're about the same height almost. But as you know, this is the whole skin of Menasor. And there. So that is the difference between these two. Yeah, and still Magnus seems like the lightest Commander class. On a side note, if you see right here, I am missing this silver thing. If anybody got the upgrade kit with a new chest piece and is willing to sell me just this little plastic chest piece, leave me a comment below. You know, I just want the original chest piece. I know I don't want to buy the whole upgrade kit. So that is Motor Master. So now we did our Commander classes. Now we're gonna do the 86. All right, we'll bring in Galvatron first, just because he's here. This is Galvatron versus Ultra Magnus, of course. He is a leader class, slightly bigger than a Voyager, but he came with a lot of goodies like the chain and the ship. But that is Ultra Magnus and Galvatron. Now, originally, these G1 toys were the same size, City Commander versus City Commander. And so these guys were, if you got both of them, you could play with them. All right, now we're going to bring in, we'll do the Optimus Prime. And it seems Magnus's cab is a little bigger than Prime's. You got, let's see. Magnus is definitely wider. Prime is longer. But, not bad. I mean, I like how they made this disappear into his body. But I think the only difference really is Prime is just the width of it. He's a lot wider than Prime. And this is a Netflix version. Unfortunately, I do not have the original leader class with the trailer. The only trailer I have is with the Power Master one, the Power of the Primes evolution. I do not want to take him out. But there is your Optimus and Magnus. All right, and we got Hot Rod. So, Hot Rod and Ultra Magnus driving along. So, Hot Rod's going to fit right up there. Hot Rod, Cup, and Blur. Those are the three main guys we always use together. There's Hot Rod, Cup, and Blur. So we'll stick Blur in like that. We'll stick Hot Rod here. And come on, RC. There's RC. So what we'll do is we'll lower the ramp. And just drives right in. There's RC. Actually, you know what? If we do this right, Cup is small. So Cup and RC could go in the back. Yep, Cup and RC fits in the back. And then you got a Hot Rod and Blur on the top. And that is your movie figures. And also the movie figure will bring in Springer. So, and like I said, at one point in the movie, if you remember the movie, Hot Rod and Cup and the Dinobots went one way, and then you had Hot Rod, Cup and the Dinobots went one way, and Blur, RC, and Springer stayed with Ultra Magnus. So let's get all these guys out here. So oh, you know what? I forgot I changed the movie background. Let's get that movie background back. There you go. Of course, I'm doing these over a couple days. Because I wanted time to practice with Ultra Magnus, and I forgot what background I had before, so bear with me. And we're going out of order. I don't always go in order my videos, so you'll see a change back. But there is our movie bots, and they look good. And we'll throw in Prime, and that is how Ultra Magnus competes with all our other guys. All right. Now we're going to transform him back. Now, if you're new to my channel, or you've seen my videos, you know I always reverse transform it. And I always start as they are packaged. This guy was packed in robot mode, so we started robot mode first, and we transformed him into the vehicle mode, and now we're going to do the reverse. And I do that because most reviewers start in vehicle mode, which is usually a lot easier, because when you do vehicle mode, you're usually expanding it to robot mode, but when you're usually going from robot to vehicle, you compact it, so it's a lot harder to do. So, take off all the weapons first. Alright, we'll come back here. We will unpeg this, fold this over, and now you got this slot will go in, that little tab will go into the slot. We'll peg that in. Now we'll go the other side. Okay, we'll fold this over, and this peg will go in here. Okay, and then we want to pull out, and up, and then remember this tab, we'll slide it over and down. We'll do the same for the other side. Slide it over and down, and so we don't forget the feet, they're on a double hinge, so you want to get the feet, push them up and in. See how they don't move that much, but it's just enough to clear the way. Alright, okay, take the arms off, separate the arms both ways, and we'll just push this to each side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold these red things again. Tab right there, so they don't really tab in. These just fold over. Huh. I thought they tabbed in, but these just tab in like that, or they don't. They just fold over. Take the white belt. It's on a double hinge, so up and over, and then you got this little piece. Just get your fingernail there and pull that down, and while we're here, we can rotate this. Oh, actually, keep that down, rotate that. Now let's put it back. There. Okay, so that part's done. Now, if you want, you can separate the legs, ratchet these in, and ratchet these in. Now we're going to do the arms. Okay, so what I like to do is, remember, we have this piece, so you want to fold this over. Alright, and while we're here, we can fold this piece in. right? Now the arm, you want to turn the arm this way. All right? Take this and fold it over. We'll do the same for the other side. Okay, so rotate this out. Whoops. There you go. These guys are big to do. Let's see. Where was that piece again? Yeah, well. Where is that? Okay, take this, fold it over. Oh, damn it. Oh, sorry. And then this folds. And this will fold in. Oh, push that down. There. And then over here, we can just flatten these out. Remember, these lock the arms in. All right. Now, these, we'll do the arms first. Fold that back. Ratchet these up. And then tab these in. Other side. Fold that back. Ratchet this up. Fold these in. And now, sometimes these are just to disconnect this. It really is, but we'll stay them connected. And then now these are sometimes hard to separate, but I just did anyway because they tab in here. But sometimes you'll get here and they won't come out. So if you just like bend it sideways. There you go. Mine always stay there. All right. So, and then we'll just keep the arms up, and now we'll just lift them up. Lift my camera up. There you go. So, let's fold these in for now. I'll just push it down. Okay, so we come back here. And what you want to do is you can separate this, fold this over, and then you could take these, fold these over, and then you could swing the wheels in and fold all that like that. Now the head, you can just keep like that, okay? You want to fold these wheels in like that. Alright, so fold this whole thing back just like that. Come around here, lift this up and over. Right here, there's a double, see this, there's a double joint right there. Okay, so does anybody else leave a comment below if yours keeps getting disconnected too? So pull that over. Come on, why are you doing this to me? Alright, so pull this over like that. And then these will snap in like that. Alright, so now you got it snapped in like that. So to do this, all this is basically done. You rotate that sideways, and this comes down to cover up all the wheels. So we're getting there. So you have a tab here, we'll tab into there. So you tab this in, and then these, you fold in once, fold in twice, lock it in. Fold in once, fold in twice, and lock it in. And we are done. Alright, yeah, see the cab, it's a little not really tricky, but mine pops off. Oh, and then I forgot the legs too. So remember, so you want to extend the knees, see the difference right there. So you want to extend that and then pull the knees down, and so now he's at his full height. This you can unpeg his butt flap. And there's Magnus. And then put the correct rockets on his arms. Like that. And I guess that's it for Ultra Magnus. And he's back in robot mode. So he is a nice figure. I don't mind it. You know, yeah, if they had a way of making the cab narrower and maybe have these fold inside, it would have been, that would have made this a perfect 10. But right now, I mean, you got the movable fingers and stuff. You got the matrix. I mean, he came with so many goodies that this is definitely masterpiece material. Like I said, I did not like the Earthrise or the Siege Ultra Magnus. And I was waiting for my own Ultra Magnus, and this guy came out. Let's see if it goes this way. Oh, wrong way. I mean, I love it comes with a matrix, so he is a matrix bearer, even though he didn't have it for that long. I like the, that's not, oh, that's just good. Oh, if that snaps in, all right. I like, and this is movie accurate. This pops up, and then his chest opens up. So very movie accurate. And I don't know what else I can say. I'm glad that we finally got our Ultra Magnus. This is the one I've been waiting for. Like I said, my Combiner Wars was my favorite go-to. I was waiting on this guy. And is he worth the Commander Class price? I don't know. I mean, could they have found more stuff to package him with? If this was 3 years ago, I think they would have found more stuff to package him with. But, you know, in today's day with inflation and everything else, prices skyrocketing, you know, he did come with blast effects. He never had two guns. He came with, you know, an extra gun. So, and I mean, G1, you can't complain that this is not G1 accurate. Because it is definitely G1 accurate. Now, the scale, he's always going to be hard to scale, since a part of him is literally Optimus Prime. So he's always going to be bigger than Prime, you know, and does he scale good with Rodimus? I think so. It's not that bad. Whoops. Sorry about that. And there is Rodimus and Ultra Magnus. And I like them. I mean, yeah, Ultra Magnus is a big bot, and Rodimus has to look down or has to look up to him. But, I mean, this is about as best as you're going to get. Considering what they did in car mode, you saw how Rodimus compared to Magnus in car mode. So even if they would have made Rodimus Prime's car mode smaller, the robot would have been smaller. So I'm happy with this. You know, Magnus was a good second in command. He never did like being a leader. But, you know, I like the dynamic between these two. And I've always loved Hot Rod. Rodimus Prime was my favorite figure. And Prime was, like he says, Prime, I'm just a soldier. I'm not worthy. So, speaking of Prime, we'll bring in Prime back. And one more thing we got to do is we will now show off. We have our 3 matrix holders. And so here is our 3 matrix holders all in one movie. You had Optimus Prime, original matrix holder. You had Rodimus Prime and Ultra Magnus. So those are our 3 matrix holders. And I guess with that, we're going to end the review. So I hope you liked this review. I hope I showed you some things that other reviewers never showed you. Because I know these things, it's repetitious once you see, you know, reviewers, how many reviews of Ultra Magnus are out there right now. That's why I always try to do mine differently. I like to go a little crazy on the comparisons. I like a lot of backstory. And I like to reverse transform him, which other ones don't. So, like I said, like, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate if you're a new subscriber, welcome. If there's a link below, like Amazon or Entertainment Earth, feel free to click on Magnus and order him through there. He is a very cool figure. I think one of the best so far. You know, I do YouTube as a side, so sorry it took me a couple days to finish the review, but I've got a normal job. Actually, I fight crime my own way in forensics field, which I still got to do those videos one of these days. I will. But back to Ultra Magnus. Let's see. Till all are one. Till all are one. Prime. I'm just a soldier. I'm not worthy. Comment below. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. And Ultra Magnus out.